Life sciences is a broad sector that includes research, development, and manufacturing operations, in addition to developing diagnostics, pharmaceuticals and biopharmaceuticals, medical devices, agriculture and agri-foods, plus much more. As an increased demand for pharmaceuticals, medical technology, and other healthcare products continues to rise, emerging technologies, including AI, cognitive technologies, automation, and computer power, are driving significant advancements within the life sciences sector. This will enhance healthcare not only in Ontario and across our country, but also worldwide. Let's take COVID-19 as an example. The pandemic put a spotlight on how life sciences impacts our innovation economy. Life Sciences Ontario advocates for change in policies, especially those that can enhance Canadians' access to medicines, innovation, research and development, and its substantial impact on the Canadian economy and Canadian health. Life Sciences Ontario, or LSO, is a fully member-funded not-for-profit association. We are a small but mighty team committed to our mission to support all companies in Ontario's life sciences sector. We do this through extensive advocacy and education. We do also brag about our amazing homegrown innovation locally, nationally, and internationally. LSO values our member companies, who are the ultimate leaders in life sciences, biopharmaceuticals, agriculture and agri-foods, and medical technologies. We welcome everyone, including life science professionals, universities, research institutes, and industry service providers. LSO does all of this and more because the sector needs access to funding, plus all of the necessary tools and support to truly succeed in research, development, and commercialization. We cannot do this alone. We need to collaborate to be successful, and there is no better time for our industry than now. That is what LSO is all about. We have given you some great reasons to consider LSO as your next association. How about attending a complimentary breakfast meeting or event to see for yourself how LSO can support you, your business, and/or your educational path through a truly wonderful network of the best and brightest in the industry? Don't just take our word for it. Find out more about Life Sciences Ontario and how we can work together by visiting lifesciencesontario.ca.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our second biannual member update. It's a pleasure to be joining everyone online this morning. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Andy Donovan, and I'm the Director of Member Engagement Business Development here at LSO. The goal of these events is to inform, educate, and engage members of the LSO and life sciences community to participate in our events, initiatives, and partner programs. These, of course, are all designed to maximize their investments in our mission, which quite simply put, is to foster a commercially successful life sciences sector here in Ontario and beyond. For the benefit of our newer members and those in waiting, over the next several minutes, you'll learn more about who we are, our values, and what we do to strengthen the life sciences ecosystem in the province. We'll also share details on our member benefits, how you and your organization can become more involved with us, some of the initiatives we've been working on this year, and a preview of those to come. With that, we thank you for joining us today and invite you to share any questions you may have in the chat and Q&A features. As you may or may not know, LSO is a nonprofit, member-driven association representing the collective voice of the pharma, medtech, biotech, agritech, and cannabis industries here in Ontario. We believe that a coordinated and a collaborative approach with government, industry, academia, and all the various stakeholders within the sector is the key to our collective success. We believe that only through an inclusive, consultative, and consensus-focused approach will we be able to maximize the impact of the sector. We're able to capitalize on opportunities to strengthen our members' interests through various initiatives such as advocacy, education, mentorship, and networking, all of which I'll expand upon in a few minutes, and something we encourage all of our members to learn more about and actively support. As mentioned, we are the voice of the life sciences sector here in Ontario with representation from core life sciences organizations such as pharmaceutical and medtech industries, as well as those organizations that support this sector, such as law firms, accounting firms, and other service providers. We also boast a strong presence from academia and various municipal government departments from within the various provincial ecosystems where life sciences is a major employer. These members work collaboratively with LSO in various ways to allow us to align their corporate goals and objectives with the opportunities to support a vibrant sector. LSO's foundation rests on 4 pillars of advocacy, education, mentorship, and networking. Over the past few years, our focus at the federal level for our members in the pharmaceutical industry has been on the changes to drug pricing and the proposed the National Pharmacare Initiative. In Ontario, as an official lobby group for the life sciences sector, we've been working hard with various ministries to engage in dialogue that will address several key areas, such as procurement and cutting through red tape for our members as they look to commercialize and scale up their operations. We also host several events throughout the year designed to provide a forum for our members to discuss issues that are facing the sector and provide opportunities to learn about potential solutions and how they can become part of the process. Mentorship is also a strong element of what we offer to our members, whether they are looking to become a mentee or a mentor. We can provide a forum for both. We have an online community via the 10,000 Coffees platform where members from across the sector can engage with each other to gain insights and make connections that may help them as they build out their network. With the support of participating corporations, we also provide college and university students with one-on-one mentorship support through our LSO scholarship. In terms of networking, this could be one of the strongest pillars as we host several events throughout the year designed to create an informal platform from which to meet and develop connections within the sector, such as our signature events and monthly breakfast forums. Overall, from our humble beginnings as an event-based organization, we've developed into a community and thought leader for the life sciences sector. As members of the LSO community, your organization is privy to several channels designed to enhance brand awareness and audience engagement. These include the ability to amplify news, announcements, and events through our weekly member newsletter and social media channels. Your organization can also participate as a corporate or an event sponsor, maximizing the reach and impact of your corporate brand and audience interaction. We also provide access to professional development tools, as well as access to talent via industry partners such as BioTalent Canada. We can as well provide access to affordable health and dental benefits through our partner BioBenefits. We've touched upon our ability to enhance member networking and access to market intelligence, both of which are immeasurable as you look to enhance your goals and objectives. Finally, we offer business support by providing discounts on travel, lab equipment and supplies, and free or discounted job postings through our many partnerships. Member companies and organizations can also access selected corporate discount programs from our various partners. BioTalent Canada is the country's leading bilingual HR conduit for the bioeconomy, providing LSO members with discounts on job postings through the job board known as the Petri Dish. As well, member companies can benefit from wage subsidy programs and skills-based training designed to enhance talent acquisition and professional development. As I've mentioned, LSO members looking to attract talent to their organization can take advantage of BioTalent Canada's job board, known as the Petri Dish. Along with 5 free postings, your organization will also receive discounts on future advertisements across their network. You'll also be privy to important industry information such as that found through their annual National Compensation Guide, providing details on positions and their compensation structures from across the bioeconomy. Finally, LSO members will also have access to affinity program partners providing discounts on various services. For more information on what BioTalent can provide, please reach out to the contact here or reach out to any one of us here at LSO. BioBenefits offers LSO member organizations with competitive rates on health, dental, and personal wealth management solutions. Similar to BioTalent Canada's impact on talent acquisition, BioBenefits can play a significant role in terms of talent retention through these service offerings. Developed with the bioeconomy in mind, BioBenefits can provide various solutions designed to attract and retain talent. And for more information on their products and services, you can visit them at biobenefits.ca or reach out to us anytime. VWR provides access to mission-critical product and service solutions across life sciences and other regulated industries, including pharma, biotech, industrial education, government, healthcare, and advanced technologies. LSO member companies in need of lab equipment can benefit from discounts offered by VWR. And for more information, reach out to our contact, Mary Ann Simard, or reach out to any one of us here at LSO. As a community-based industry association, we encourage our members to actively participate in our initiatives by attending networking events throughout the year. As well, to elevate networking opportunities, we have several volunteer committees made up of industry leaders that help guide us in identifying topics and speakers that will help to deepen our understanding of the opportunities that exist to further enhance the impact of the sector. Dovetailing from our events, we encourage members to present topics and speakers that will enhance what we're able to share to a broader audience through these initiatives. Finally, we encourage our entire community to act as ambassadors for the sector by sharing and/or commenting on our initiatives through social media and word of mouth. At this point, I'm now going to invite our President and CEO, Dr. Jason Field, to share details on our completed projects from this past year and a look ahead to 2022.
Thanks so much, Andy, and thank you all for attending. I just want to say this member update was a brainchild of Andy. We all thought it was terrific. It's been great feedback from our members, learning about all of the programs that we have on offer. So, Andy, thank you for all the hard work that's gone into preparing this session. In 2021, of course, we've continued our regular signature events like Andy had described, things like our regular breakfast meetings, monthly breakfast meetings and networking forums. We've had a number of industry-related events as well. And if you're developing any events, please reach out to us, see if there's opportunities for us to partner, and of course, to promote events that you may already have in development. We have also had a number of projects throughout this year, so you've probably seen LSO a lot in media with a number of different press releases. So a couple of our projects I wanted to mention briefly is two campaigns, one called When Your Time Comes, and another campaign with CARP, the Canadian Association for Retired Persons, their media outlet, Zoomer, and the Care to Know platform. And all of these initiatives were really focused around the PMPRB regulations and the impact that they could have on access to medicine. So this was an educational campaign that we launched with these partners to quite a bit of success, a lot of coverage, millions of views and impressions across Canada, including a couple of radio spots as well. We also launched this year a rare disease vision paper, and that's available on our website as well. And this is really, we wanted to position Ontario within the context of course, the federal commitment of $500 million to develop a national rare disease framework. How does Ontario factor into that? So we developed this paper. We continue to educate our provincial government and bring in our partners and members that are interested in the rare disease space. So this is something that we're going to continue to build on through into next year as well, to ensure that Canada and Ontario specifically has a plan in place to address access to drugs for rare disease patients. Another very successful initiative that we launched this year was an open letter, and this was a call out to the Prime Minister of Canada, co-signed by 18 other organizations. This was a testament to how LSO really operates through partnership and collaboration with other organizations across Canada. And the call was really to develop a dedicated national life sciences strategy. And amazingly enough, we were heard. Following this public open letter that was published in the newspapers, we actually got an announcement in August of this year, just prior to the federal election, of a launch of a biomanufacturing and life sciences strategy with some key elements that we had called for, including an all-of-government approach to our industry and sector. Of course, these are just words on paper at this moment, but it's something that we will hold the federal government accountable to as we continue to advocate on behalf of our sector. The final thing that I wanted to touch on in terms of this year, and we're going to see more of going into next year, is our commitment to inclusion, diversity, equity, and accessibility. And one of the sessions that I'm really proud of that we launched this year was around health and vaccine equity. And so one of our breakfast meetings was dedicated to that session. Really interesting group of speakers. It's the video is available on our YouTube channel. If you didn't get an opportunity to catch it, I would encourage you to go take a look there. Andy, can you go to the next slide, please? Our breakfast series, some really interesting topics that we have covered off throughout the year, and we have some really a lot of interesting ones coming up as well. Every year now we've been doing our annual road show around Ontario, and that has been very successful. I think Elizabeth's marketing materials have also garnered a lot of fanfare from our members as well. So always keep an eye out for that event as well. Our upcoming breakfast in November is going to be dedicated to communications and life sciences, and we will be partnering with Seneca Center for Innovation and Life Sciences around a session on solving industry challenges through research and development partnerships on November 24th. Next slide, please, Andy. Our golf event was back this year. It was our first event in person. This is an event that we always look forward to. It raises funds and awareness for the BioGenius science competition. Absolutely a great initiative supporting youth in science. I have to say, you know, the weather wasn't the greatest on the day of our golf tournament, but everyone had a smile on their face because I think we were so happy to be back in person. And this is a bit of a prelude to going into next year where we hope to be having more events in person. Next slide, Andy. Our LSO Awards presentation was virtual as well this year. We had some fantastic awardees. And I'd like to congratulate all of them. We are planning to host this event in person in May. So we're coming back in person. This is a little different. It's not our usual February timeline, and that's just because we had this virtual event late in the year this year. So we're moving to May, but we will be moving back to February in the following year. At least that's the plan so far. It should be a lot of fun. I can't guarantee that we will have our normal snowstorm at the event since it's going to be in May, but you never know. So hopefully I'll see you all there. Next slide, please, Andy. And if you're interested in participating in nominating individuals or companies for the awards, the nominations are open. And you can go onto our website and you can put in your submission. The deadline is December 17th, so I'd encourage you all to do so. It's really easy to do, and even if you don't have to nominate for all of the awards, if you had just wanted to nominate a single person or a single company, you can certainly do that as well. And we would certainly appreciate your input into these nominations. Next slide, please. Our policy forum just wrapped up last week. Again, this was a virtual event. It's been a challenge running virtual events in that we don't get to interact in the way that we normally would, but we've been trying to leverage technology as best we can. So we did have virtual networking as part of this event. One of the silver linings of being virtual is we were able to attract speakers from all around the world. We had speakers from Africa and Europe, really a phenomenal, and across Canada, really a phenomenal lineup. So, so thank you to all of the sponsors and organizing committee that pulled this all together. It really was a different event for us this year. I would say it was better integration of all aspects of life sciences, including human health, agri-food, and industrial biotech. There were a lot of discussions around One Health, a lot of discussions around inclusion and diversity, and a lot of discussion around the importance of communication. Communication between our industry and government, communication between our industry and the general public, and much beyond just the context of COVID-19 pandemic. So I think those three themes are definitely going to be things that we continue to focus on as we go into 2022. Next slide, please. And speaking of 2022 and upcoming projects, well, before we get to 2022, we have to finish off this year, and we still have a busy schedule ahead of us. We have a number of events. Our Queen's Park Days start next week. We've got 31 meetings with MPPs throughout a 2-week span. So we're going to be very busy in terms of our advocacy. We're continuing to voice our call for an Ontario life sciences strategy. So that work will continue on over the next few weeks. Our member marathon is coming up in December, so please attend that. And we have a series of idea workshops, the first of which is starting this year, and we will be doing some more work on inclusion, diversity, equity, and accessibility throughout 2022. And it really is going to be embedded into the strategic plan of LSO going forward. Of course, we're going to continue to deliver our signature events like our golf tournament and our policy forum. And as I said, we are really looking forward to coming back and being in person with you all in the new year. Finally, I just want to say we are going to continue our advocacy at a federal level and a provincial level. Things like the rare disease vision paper, PMPRB, the life sciences strategy. These are things that we're going to continue our advocacy on with the very credible voice that we have through our partnerships and collaborations across Ontario. So with that, I'm going to pause and hand it back over to Andy.
Thanks, Jason. So as you can see in summary, as a member of LSO, you have access to a strong collective voice, opportunities to learn and interact with like-minded individuals through our events and mentorship initiatives, and finally be able to participate in impactful events designed to enhance your ability to expand your footprint within the sector. We encourage you to visit our website to learn more about what we presented today, and or to reach out to any one of us to learn more about how you can become more involved. And at this time, we'd be happy to field any questions from the audience.
I think you must have done such a good job, Andy, that I haven't seen any questions come in yet. Either that or maybe it's still a little early and the coffee hasn't quite kicked in yet.
Absolutely. You know, even if they don't have any questions now, they can always reach out to any one of us in the future. Barring any questions that may pop in, maybe Jason, I could get you to round things out with thanking our sponsors.
Absolutely, Andy, and really this is so important because we would not be able to host any of the events or conduct the type of advocacy work that we do without the support of all of our sponsors. And it's been amazing, especially during COVID-19, where we haven't been able to run our normal in-person events, and that does impact our operating dollars, and our sponsors have just stepped up in such an amazing way to support us through what has been quite a challenging time for many organizations. So I'd like to thank our platinum sponsors shown here, our gold sponsors shown here, and of course our silver sponsors. And I think we've got a couple questions coming in as well, Andy.
Oh, perfect.
So the first one was, what's the current membership size?
That's an excellent question. We boast anywhere between 175 to 200 corporate members. We also have individual members. So within those sectors that we've talked about, pharma, medtech, agritech, biotech, and cannabis, we're always looking to expand our footprint across Ontario, but also through those sectors. So some of the initiatives that we've been able to host this year have attracted some significant interest from not only major corporations, but also the startups and the small and medium enterprises that are looking to scale up and commercialize and really take a stake within the sector. So it's constantly growing. and we'd love to dive deeper into it. If you'd like to reach out to me at any time.
And Andy, I'd like to point out too that our members are listed on our member directory on our website. So you can actually go on there and take a look at all of our different members that are part of LSO and link to their own websites as well. So for the person asking that question, you can go on our website and find that out very easily and see who is part of our life sciences community. Another question that came in was, when will we anticipate the first in-person event next year? And I'll maybe field that one. So our awards event I mentioned, we're targeting for May. That we are planning as an in-person event. So we're quite committed to that being an in-person event. Our monthly meetings, we are planning a January meeting. I didn't mention this. The topic is going to be around psychedelics, which is a really interesting emerging topic from a healthcare perspective. Very much like the cannabis sector was maybe 5 or 10 years ago. Very early stage, but a lot of interest in terms of treatment of mental illnesses such as PTSD, for example. So we don't know if that one will be in person in January. Our biggest challenge is the venues. So most of the times we're hosting these events, these breakfast events, it's with partnership of some of our members in the law firm or consulting or accounting firms who donate us space to host these sorts of meetings. And it's when they are allowing third parties back into their buildings and facilities that we'll be able to then kind of go back in person. So it's a little bit dependent on those things, but we're seeing indications that things are starting to open up. Of course, the numbers in Ontario have just started to climb, and the government has said that they're not extending, the capacity limits at this point. So it is a bit of a wait and see right now. But for now, the plan is May. We're definitely going to be in person for the gala. At least that's our plan. And then as soon as we possibly can, go back to in person for our regular breakfast meetings, we will do so. Probably continue to hybrid to make sure we're making these available virtually for communities across Ontario. And I don't see any other questions. So Andy, I think we're probably good to wrap up.
Thanks, Jason, and thank you all for carving out some time this morning. Just to reiterate, so we truly could not do what we do on an annual basis for the sector without the support of our members, our sponsors, our volunteers, and can't say enough about our board of directors, all of our volunteers that make up all of our committees. So with that, please do feel free to reach out at any time. And once again, thank you for spending some time with us this morning on our second go around with the member update.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.